Hello everyone, it's Cress aka Leitaka, and it is time for a haul video. This is all thrift store finds for the last week and a half. It is Christmas Eve, so I plan to do one. My next one probably won't be until the new year, so I thought I'd do my finds for the last week and a half. I did take the last few days off listing for the most part. I think I listed 2 things on Sunday, but I was sick on Saturday, and then I had my annual on Monday, so things I haven't really been focusing on, although I did clean up my whole craft slash reseller area, so now it's not just a mess of boxes and packing material all over the place. They're a little more organized. Merry Christmas. I've got my Merry Christmas from the Streets shirt on with the Sesame Street lot. So my themes are Christmas, a little Halloween thrown in, and toys. So I don't have the actual piece here because we've already set it up, but I did grab Dad this Limax for kids playing hockey. The only thing missing was this bench. That is it. So and it does work, but and I got that, and I got this in the box. And the only thing wrong with this little playground equipment is that they lost the topper to this, but it still does technically work. So it does go around. Doesn't like to do it at this angle as much. It flows much better when it's flat. You can see the kids going round and round. And so they originally were 14, but everything was half off for a Christmas sale, so I paid $7 for both. So if I can just make that $7 back on this one, I will be perfectly happy. Dad decided he didn't want this one. I let him choose. But I do find it particularly funny. This comes off of here slightly. He's laying flat on there. So I thought that was funny. I'm working on the lighting. I did try this today, but it actually made the room worse, like on camera. So I don't know if it's the amount of sunlight around compared to this. It does weird things to the auto adjust on this camera. This is probably my 4th or 5th one of these. So I paid $2 again. It was half off. This will likely go on Etsy because I've sold all the others on Etsy, so it's just easiest to copy the old listing and take new photos. This one luckily came with its light. Hopefully it works. But I've consistently sold these, at least one of these a year since I started, I swear. Every time I found them, they do sell. I grabbed this grandson koala bear on a phone ornament. I skipped this a few weeks ago when it wasn't off. I did not see its pal there. There was one that was a girl bear like a month or so ago when I went that was similar to this, but we'll see. Maybe someone will want that. I grabbed these 2 guys, so essentially got one for free because they're both marked 75 cents. And they obviously go together. They are technically meant to be ornaments, I think, because they have like ribbons on top of their head, but I think they make cute like on top of a stocking thing. But they're marked Sal 156. So we will sell those. Then I grabbed this Godchild ornament. That is polar bears and a star. That ended up being $1. And then this was $3, so I paid $1.50. It unfortunately doesn't have its original insert, but I want to know who has a tree that can hold this large of a character train on it. Because, like, okay, you got Santa on this side coming out, and you've got this cool lucite smoke, and you've got an elf on this side. You've got the doggy down here chasing the train, and you've got like all these toys in here. This obviously will have to sell on eBay because it's from 2016. It's not old enough for Etsy, but it has its box. But again, I'll report it doesn't have its insert. Although they did tape the original gold hook to the top of the box, which I found interesting when you don't have the original insert, especially because this does not go in like flat in the box. It does not go fit like this. So you have to turn it on its side, which scares me, but oh, and the creepy thing about it, it is a kind of Thomas the Train like with that face on it. That is kind of Thomas the Train like. But it looked in really good shape for $1.50. So they had for $1, this was not on sale, one of these grab bags for the Frosties for Wendy's this year. And it wasn't open. And I'm like, well, I only have the one. What are the odds I get the one? Of course, I didn't even get the variant. This is the only one from this year I already owned. But it is the cute Lucky Cat one. But now I have 2 of those. So I just thought that was really funny. My coolest find of the week was this ghost mask. And please let the camera grab the screenshot from then. That would be awesome. This is not an original Scream mask, or I would have been really excited. If this was an original, like 1996-ish mask, or 1993, somewhere around there, mid-90s, it would be worth thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. But this is the 25th anniversary edition, and it is the second run, because it's in the manufacture date is April to June 2024, where the copyright is 2023. And it does smell like vanilla. It does says vanilla scented, and I've been told by original collectors that even the originals did smell like vanilla. So, but for $3 whole to get a ghost face mask in beautiful on the tag condition is just insane. So, but I probably will sell it just because scented things in my house are not good for me or Rita for the most part, and this is really scented. So much so we couldn't keep it in either bedroom for long. I have one scented thing in the office already that this might fight with, because I have that giant gummy bear, Haribo bear, that's slightly scented like gummy bears. But this is very strong, so I probably will sell it, even though I, am a horror movie fan. So, but that scent is just a bit too strong for me, and I never could wear it with it. So, because I have glasses. All right. So, I bought some toys as well, and one little grab bag for $1 of random things. And I grabbed it because one of them looked like something I'd sold before, having done similar at another show. So this looked like something else I'd sold before, only it was a little tiny angel I sold in this size. And this is like a little Red Riding Hood bone china. It's marked Bone China Japan on the back. And someone, I think, was trying to sell it for like 25 to 40. I hadn't found solds yet, though. I just did a quick Google image search. Similarly, this little guy was apparently part of a set of 4, I'm blanking. It was a set of 4 things, and someone was trying to sell it for like 50, I think. Hold on a sec. I had it last night, but my brain is just not functioning on full today. Kinder Surprise from 1977. It was Kinder Surprise. There's usually 4 different ballerinas you could collect, but this is crazily just like grabbing an image from one similar. And of course, eBay won't load right now. That's funny. I think I saw someone trying to sell it for 50. It doesn't want to load right now, but at least it got me to the Kinder Surprise. And a small little figurine with April, with a daisy, I guess. Someone else was trying to sell this between 25 and 35. So my $1 might be really good. With just those 3 items from the bag, that's just 3. And then we have 2 little bowling pins. a cute little octopus in a hat, a little glass dolphin, a really tiny snowman, and then like a random unicorn button, a random pair of little tiny scissors that don't feel like they could cut much, a little rubber turtle, a little tiny ninja guy who looks like his thing's about to break, but just, and then a random like telephone cord bracelet. That is the feel of that. So for $1, I figured I couldn't lose big on that. Silver Creek has a new section of brand new plush toys, so I did pay up for these. This one didn't have its plastic, but still has its tag. I paid $3.50 for Cecily G, the giraffe. And the cool thing about this is it says you can pose me, so you can move her neck and her legs. So I thought that was cool. And I literally just shipped, not in as good condition, one of these with a little bear version for the patchwork. This is Elmer, but he still has his tag. So I paid $2.50 for him, considering I just sold the other one that wasn't even new condition for, I think, $28 total for the two, so $14 each. So this one's in much better condition. Also have, in original packaging, Katie the No Pocket Kangaroo, with her little guy attached in there, her little Joey. So, and I will go through my books and see if I have a copy of any of these. Like, I know I don't have Elmer because I didn't have it to sell with the other set, but I know I have a few Ray books. And then this is not in the original bag, but they made sure to keep the pair together, which I appreciate. I did buy this one for $5.50 with two in here, but they also still have their tags. Let me just pull them out. So we have George and Martha here. Needs a little defurring. Apparently they were each $9 originally where they were sold. Don't know how old these are, but most of these are all Crocodile Creek brand. So again, I did pay up for them, but they're all in new condition. And they were all together, so it was kind of cute. And then for $2.50, I grabbed a grab bag of toys. So the toy I thought I was getting wasn't what I thought it was, but it still will work. All right, so this I'm just going to put next to my Frosty section of display because it's like Mr. Potato Head as a Frosty. It's really skinny, so it'll fit on the shelf easily. So I paid 12 to 13 cents a toy. We'll decide what I'm keeping or what I'm not. These are from Thor. I think they're from Love and Thunder. They're the goats that scream. Some Marvel character that I don't know offhand. I think we have two of her, in fact. So, Marvels, okay. It says Chris Primador Dar Ben. Okay, so we got one in bag, one out of bag on that one. Got Thor. I guess he can move the axe. Got a Discovery Robot UV toy, or UV robot, still sealed. Got Daisy Duck float, I guess, for Epcot. There's some, this doesn't do anything, but I assume it attaches to one of the trains, because we've got Pluto in the steamboat, and you open it and there's a hippo, but they have similar ends, but don't hook together. I got a somewhat rough Velma bobblehead. Her glasses are a bit faded. Got another Marvel's character. Oh, what is her name? Misty? I'm confusing her with someone else. Why is there no name on here? Photon. What I got? I think her real name's Misty, though. Got this weird squirrel thingy. I'm not sure if it is a squirrel. Got a Supergirl. Got a element of some kind. I'm pretty sure that was the Elements movie. Or Elemental. Got a mushroom. And similarly got Donkey Kong carrying a barrel. Got a really teeny tiny Batman. Got some weird creature on grass. I believe this is a Sonic character, according to the bottom. Got this interesting 7 Explorer car. And then got these two, which are actually Rainforest Cafe, and I think I have a lot of these downstairs rated a list of more Rainforest characters, but originally I thought this was Leo the iguana from that Leo movie, but it is not. But he looks very similar to that iguana. So these both are marked Rainforest Cafe, and again, I had a lot of other toys before, and I just simply loaded them up and haven't listed all of them yet. So we'll put those all together, and that'll be good. So, not the worst haul for a week and a half. Not as great as earlier this month, because when they all start putting out Christmas at the beginning of the month, it's of course better, but so far I think the best one for the whole month so far has been St. Vinny's and Market. So I will put my links for my Trashkateer Treasures stores down below for both Etsy and eBay. Thanks for watching.